There's another case we want you to touch on, and just to remind our viewers, this one is about Owen Labrie, the sexual assault case of this individual and a classmate at St. Paul's Prep in New Hampshire last year. The victim allowed herself to be identified for the first time, spoke on the Today Show in her first interview. Just listen to what she said.
Somebody's got my back, and somebody's gonna believe me, somebody's gonna help me. And even when I get my panic attacks and I lock myself in my closet because I don't want my little sister to see me like that, and she comes into my room sometimes and she'll come into my closet when I'm rocking on the floor and punching my legs, trying to get myself to calm down. And she'll try to give me the biggest hug, and she'll say, "Chessie, you're okay, Chessie, you're okay." And I just can't imagine how scary it is for other people to have to do this alone, and I don't want anybody else to be alone anymore. I don't.
And we should mention, they're still in the middle of a lawsuit, Rikki. Why come forward and do this now?
It's an interesting question. I don't know what went into her head or her family's head to say this is the time. Frankly, I applaud them for doing it. I'm really a person who has sat on a rape treatment center in Los Angeles on the board there, and I really feel that it is really important for victims not to feel shamed, for victims to not feel it's my fault, for victims to hide. That I think that sexual assault victims who are survivors, real survivors, will get the strength to come forward. This does not diminish her suit or her family's suit against St. Paul's in any fundamental way, except it may be said that her damages in certain ways about her emotional distress perhaps are less because now she's speaking out. I think that what we've just seen in that little snippet shows us that this is a traumatized young woman and that we may feel more sympathy for her. You know, St. Paul's was the one that went to court and said that they didn't think that they should proceed under a pseudonym, that is, by letters for the parents' names and for her name, at least not at the trial itself, whenever that should come about, should it come about. Well, perhaps St. Paul's got more than it bargained for by her coming forward in this manner. She obviously persuaded a jury up to a point because they convicted of simple sexual assault rather than forcible sexual assault. But she will garner empathy and sympathy here, and I think St. Paul's did not expect that.
Why did they do that, force her to come forward with her name? What did they have to gain by doing that?
Well, they wanted her to come forward at trial, not at this particular time, though the headlines certainly made it look like it was at this particular time. But I do think that it was a move to get them to settle, and that they were going to be intimidated by the school. Obviously, it worked exactly the opposite way.
And it's always fascinating in any case to hear from the victims in such detail. CBS News legal analyst Rikki Klieman, great to get your insight today.
Thank you.